Mortal Kombat is one of the biggest fighting franchises out there, and yet while searching on YouTube for a video of the story and lore, I found none. So as a dedicated Mortal Kombat fan, I took it upon myself to tell the story and lore of Mortal Kombat. In the beginning of time, there was only the Elder Gods and the One Being. The One Being gained his power by draining it from the Elder Gods, which led to the Elder Gods declaring war on the One Being to save themselves. They created 6 weapons called the Kami-Dogu, which translates to God Tool. They used the weapons on the One Being. He survived but split into 6 pieces, which eventually became the 6 realms we all know, which are Earth Realm, Nether Realm, Outworld, Order Realm, Chaos Realm, and Edenia. Each Kami-Dogu piece was lost in a different realm, and each Kami-Dogu piece held the essence of that realm. The Elder Gods wanted to protect each realm from each other so that they cannot invade each other unless they win 10 consecutive fighting tournaments called Mortal Kombat, which will be held every 50 years. After the creation of the realms and Mortal Kombat, the Elder Gods assigned lesser gods to act as protectors of these realms. One of these lesser gods is called Argus. He was the protector god of Edenia. He and his wife Delia had 2 children, Taven and Dagon. Delia frequently had visions and prophecies of the future. One of the events she predicted was the destruction of all realms, due to the warriors of Mortal Kombat growing too powerful and too numerous. Knowing that, the Elder Gods assigned Argus of putting a safeguard to prevent that from happening. Argus had a pyramid constructed underground within the Edenian Southlands, where Delia predicted that the climax of battle would take place. Delia then created a fire spawn known as Blaze. Blaze would contain the power needed to stop the Mortal Kombat warriors. While Argus wanted all the warriors destroyed, Delia suggested a different approach, which is stripping the warriors of their power. They would also put the 2 brothers in a competition which would decide who the protector of Edenia will be. From here we move on to the story of Shinnok and his war on Earthrealm. Once an Elder God himself, he gave into greed and the illusion of ultimate power, and wanted the new realm of Earth for himself. However, Raiden, the Thunder God and protector of Earthrealm, fought Shinnok in a fierce battle, sending Earth to its near destruction and plaguing it into centuries of darkness. Raiden discovered that Shinnok had entered the realm through the power of a mystical amulet. It allowed Shinnok to weaken the borders of a realm and therefore enter the realm without challenge, and keep the Elder Gods from interfering. Upon knowing that, Raiden stripped Shinnok of the amulet and with the help of the Elder Gods banished him to the Nether Realm. After being banished to the Nether Realm for thousands of years, Shinnok one day stumbled across a mysterious sorcerer by the name of Quan Chi. Once an Oni from the Nether Realm, he had transformed his appearance upon learning sorcery, even gaining the power to travel throughout all planes of reality without detection from the gods. Shinnok made a deal with Quan Chi, where if Quan Chi helped Shinnok escape from the Nether Realm, he would give him the right to rule by his side. Quan Chi agreed and began to plan for Shinnok's escape from the Nether Realm. Meanwhile, Unaga, known as the Dragon King, used his ability to resurrect the dead to create an unbeatable army, whereby every time a soldier dies, he would revive him. Then he used this army to conquer realms. But Unaga wasn't satisfied. He wanted to live forever, so he requested from his followers to find a way for him to live forever. His followers formed a spell that would transfer Unaga's body into a dragon egg, and within it he would gain eternal life. But Shao Kahn, one of Unaga's most trusted advisors, decided to seize the moment and poison Unaga before he is transferred into the egg. After Unaga was poisoned and transferred into the egg, Shao Kahn took control of Outworld and started conquering other smaller realms, until he built enough power to conquer another realm equal to Outworld's size, which is Edenia. But Shao Kahn couldn't just invade the realm, as it was protected by the sacred rules of Mortal Kombat. Shao Kahn had to win 10 consecutive Mortal Kombat tournaments against Edenia. Despite Edenian's best warriors' efforts, Shao Kahn won the 10 consecutive Mortal Kombat tournaments and began to merge Outworld with Edenia. Shao Kahn killed King Jared, which was the ruler of Edenia at that time, and took his wife Sindel as his queen, as well as adopting Sindel's daughter Kitana, after Sindel convinced him of her worth. However, Sindel's fate was different, as she couldn't live with Shao Kahn as her husband and committed suicide. But Shao Kahn didn't want to let go of his beloved, keeping her soul in Outworld and not allowing her to go to the afterlife. Now with Edenia conquered and the other realms added to Outworld, Shao Kahn turned his sights to Earthrealm. Shao Kahn sent Shang Tsung, a sorcerer with the ability to absorb souls, to establish the Mortal Kombat tournament. The prize for the winner of the Mortal Kombat tournament would be that the champion would not age for 50 years until the start of the next Mortal Kombat tournament. The Great Kung Lao was one of Earthrealm's greatest warriors, who defeated Shang Tsung and held the title of the Grand Champion for 1 generation, before being defeated in the second Mortal Kombat tournament by Shang Tsung's secret weapon, a Shokan prince named Goro, who defeated and killed the Great Kung Lao. After that, Goro proceeded to win the following 8 tournaments, giving the Outworld Warriors 9 consecutive victories. Before the 9th Mortal Kombat tournament, which would decide the fate of Earthrealm, a Lin Kuei ninja named Bihan, aka Sub-Zero, was hired by Quan Chi to retrieve Shinnok's amulet. Sub-Zero defeated the gods of wind, earth, water and fire, thus retrieving the amulet and handing it to Quan Chi. Quan Chi then gave Shinnok a fake amulet while keeping the real one for himself. 2 years after that, Earth rallied some of its best fighters in order to win the 10th Mortal Kombat tournament and save Earthrealm. This is the tournament we all know and love, where we get to see the likes of Johnny Cage, Sonya Blade and Liu Kang for the first time. Earth emerged victorious with Liu Kang defeating Goro and Shang Tsung after. During this tournament, Scorpion killed Sub-Zero thinking that he was avenging his family and clan. After the tournament, Shang Tsung returned to Shao Kahn. With Shao Kahn angry at the loss and having to wait 500 years before he could invade Earthrealm, Shang Tsung suggested another way, saying that he will go back to Raiden and make sure he accepts the tournament, this time being set in Outworld. He told Raiden that if Earthrealm wins, Shao Kahn will leave it in peace forever, but if Earthrealm loses, he will merge it with Outworld. Raiden did not agree to the terms, causing Shang Tsung to open a portal where a horde of Tarkatans raided the Wuxi Academy. The Tarkatan horde killed most of Liu Kang's fellow monks. This enraged Liu Kang enough to follow them into Outworld, thus accepting the terms suggested by Shang Tsung. Despite Earth's obvious disadvantage in Outworld, they won yet again, with Liu Kang defeating Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn didn't take it well. He requested that his wife Sindel be resurrected in Earthrealm, so he'll be able to cross and reunite with her. Shao Kahn crossed realms to claim his wife, thus successfully merging Earthrealm with Outworld. The Earthrealm warriors reunited once more, defeating Shao Kahn and ending his threat. He was severely wounded, but most importantly, when he was defeated, Edenia was freed from Outworld and was returned to a Hell Realm. During all this, in the Netherrealm, Shinnok was plotting his escape from there and having his revenge on the Elder Gods for banishing him. Eventually, Shinnok escaped from the Netherrealm with the help of Quan Chi and started destroying as much as he can. He even killed several Elder Gods and Lesser Gods. Raiden and Fujin escaped back to Earthrealm and rallied the Earthrealm warriors again to defeat Shinnok. After a long battle, Liu Kang defeated Shinnok, thus banishing him to the Netherrealm. While that was happening, Scorpion discovered the true mastermind behind his family's death, which was Quan Chi. Quan Chi then attempted to banish Scorpion to the Netherrealm, but in the last moment, Scorpion grabbed Quan Chi, thus banishing both of them to the Netherrealm. While in the Netherrealm, Quan Chi discovered much information about the past, including the existence of the Dragon King's seemingly immortal army. He managed to escape from the Netherrealm using a secret portal, and approached Shang Tsung with an offer to join forces and rule the realms together. Together, Quan Chi and Shang Tsung managed to kill Shao Kahn, which was later revealed to be a clone and not the real Shao Kahn, as well as Earthrealm's champion, Liu Kang. The Deadly Alliance were unbeatable. They managed to defeat almost all of their foes. With Raiden desperate, he went against the Elder Gods' wishes and faced them by himself. But as all the other warriors, Raiden was beaten by the Deadly Alliance. Moments after that, the Deadly Alliance turned on each other, and that's when the Dragon King returned. He had used a young warrior named Shujinko for 41 years to aid in his return. Shujinko was fooled by Onaga and had thought he was doing what the Elder Gods wanted, but in reality he was being fooled by Onaga, who posed as an Elder God. Eventually, the Dragon King was defeated by Shujinko when he combined the power of all the warriors to defeat Onaga and banish him to the Netherrealm. During all this, Delia's predictions were starting to happen, as both brothers were awake at that time. While one of them was supposed to win against Blaze, it was Shao Kahn who killed Blaze and gained all the power. With all the Mortal Kombat warriors dead, only Shao Kahn and Raiden were still alive and fighting. With Shao Kahn having all that power, he easily defeated Raiden, but before his finishing blow, Raiden sent a message to his past self warning him about the events that are going to happen. With that knowledge, Raiden set to change the future and prevent Armageddon. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like, share and subscribe.